Star Seeds. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you the music, the mystics, and the mojo on 222.9 The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. And goodness gracious, we got a lot going on this moon day. Wow. So, to start with, we got the new moon. New moon in the first house, Aries. And new moons are times for setting new intentions, new manifestations, and bringing new, higher, and more beautiful, divinely aligned things into your world. And we got the sun and the moon in a dance on a total solar eclipse. And the day vibrates on a two. So this is a real interesting balance in the masculine and the feminine energy. Because when a lunar eclipse happens, that is the moon eclipsing the sun, or the feminine going over the masculine. But with the solar eclipse is when the sun goes over the moon and the masculine overlaps the feminine energy. But all of this is happening on a divine feminine day of moon day, and the day vibrates on a two, and the two is the number of the divine feminine. So what this is a balancing, and I am here for it. And this is all taking place on your third moon day of spring equinox and of Aries season. So we got Aries on the sun, Aries on the moon, the sun in the eclipse. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. It's about to be a lot of new beginnings out here, both good and bad. So make sure that you check out my blog post on my Moon Daily blog, Mother Blue Hues. I'm going to post it shortly about a lot of the spiritual symbolisms of this solar eclipse. For starters, as I just mentioned, it comes on a day vibrating on a two on a brand new moon. And that's just going to sweep out a lot of nasty old things that's been dangling around your energy for years, honey. And it's time to let that go. Let God and let my mama or Yah transfer all that shit into flowers and fruit, because that's what it does. Ashe, ashe. Okay, so this eclipse is passing through 8 cities. Named Nivea of the Bible. Now, in the Bible, the city of Nivea, the sin, oof, the imbalance, there was a lot of idolatry, the open mocking of the divine, violence, ugly, deep, nasty, imbalanced behavior. Does it sound familiar? Sounds like a lot of the energy that America is popularizing to me. Not to mention, Shango just landed a lightning bolt on the Statue of Liberty. So, as the old school gospel song Dottie Peoples would say, get your house in order. Because this eclipse comes to end a 7 year cycle from an eclipse from 7 years before, right before Hurricane Harvey. And that passed through a lot of cities named Salem. Now, Salem is supposed to mean peace, but when the word Salem comes to mind, you think of a lot of women who were healers, practitioners, and some of them were doing ugly things. Now, every witch that was burned at the stake was not innocent, but some of them were. And that portal was opened 7 years ago. And today marks the other side of that portal. And not only marks the other side of the portal, but puts a big fat X over the North American continent in America. Get your houses in order, folks, because it's going to be a lot of new beginnings. And for people who have been living in Ray, people who have been long suffering, people who have been taking it in the chin for righteousness' sake, people who have been doing their best to stay aligned, to elevate, to live and be loved, oh, our new beginnings are going to be beautiful. But all of y'all axe wounds out there, your new beginning is coming too. And it's starting with all the karmic bills that are going to be dropped on your damn doorstep, because the world moves in 360 degrees, baby. So you can't plant thorns and expect to grow potatoes. It shit just does not happen. So everybody enjoy this solar eclipse energy right here on 222.9 The Mothership, where we typically jam the divine feminine mothers of song. We're going to get back to that. But I'm about to kick off a jam session because I'm feeling in an alternative mood today. For some reason, when I see eclipses, I think of electric guitars. So I think I'm going to dip off into my alternative moods moment and play y'all some grunge alternative from the 90s. Oh, yeah. The Mothership is versatile like that. And if you have not already, make sure that you check out the Mothership Mystic Boutique Moon Collection. I'm getting ready to post something about that too, but I'm just going to give you a glimpse of what the Moon Collection has to offer in digital art and sacred journals. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is Radio for the Road Less Traveled, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. A focused, meditative state is the womb of your mind. May you always birth beautiful things. Yemoja. The Moon Collection by the Mothership Mystic Boutique. All proceeds go to 222.9, the Mothership Internet Radio. Beam up. And we are back. So, in case you're just now joining us, I'm iiiYansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you the music, the mystics, and the mojo on your one-woman created radio station. Oh yeah, just me and the divine, and I'm broadcasting from the house, 222.9, the Mothership. Those of you that practice Orisha traditions, this is a really good time to make an offering to the Orisha Yemoja, because Yemoja is the mother Orisha that owns all of the moons, and we are on the new moon, and you want to strengthen that energy. You also want to make an offering to Obatala, because Obatala is the keeper of the sun, and with the sun and the moon eclipse, you're going to need patience, wisdom, and creativity, whether things are going to bring good things or whether this eclipse is going to bring some endings and some karmic closings. You are going to need Yemoja's nurturing for patience and forgiveness and compassion, so that you don't enter into the next chapter of your life full of anger and full of resentment for things done in the past. And even though our anger is justified, we are responsible for what we allow it to make us do. Keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead on and get out of here because I got to keep this video under 10 minutes so that TikTok won't chop it. So make sure that you help yourself to the lovely Yemoja care package that I put in this video's description box. And those of you that want some moon day water wisdom, talk about the solar eclipse, dream interpretation readings and all of that, come hang out with your girl on my Mondaily Facebook page, Mother Blue Hues. Everything's in the description box, as well as the pin site link. And to kick off this solar eclipse jam session, here's music from Soundgarden, Libations to Chris Cornell with Black Hole Sun. Solar eclipse, right? This is 222.9 The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. Oh, and make sure you guys join me tonight for the forecast. Ashe. Wait a minute. I got to scroll down and make sure I make that ending right, because I keep putting the forecast ending at the end of the orbit. Don't mind me, y'all. Having to spin this whole web and operate it and everything is kind of embarrassing. But I got to sit here and train myself on how to work a system I built. But all right, we're going to work it out. This is 222.9 The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. Beam up to the groove. You know what makes orbits so fascinating? They move very, very fast, yet appear to be moving very slow. Actually, orbits do both simultaneously. 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio is a 24/7 orbit rotation of old school grooves, planetary funk, and mystic teaching. Here's what's going on today in the Mothership's orbit.